The Texans finally get a convincing double-digit win, a stomping, man. We took it to Drake and the New England Patriots finally getting the win in Foxborough after like 9 years, man. Yo, let's talk about it. Let's go. What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? Yo, what's going down, y'all? What's up, Texans fans? Yo, I'm solo dolo today. My boy Omar is out of the country right now. He's doing his thing, but yo, y'all got me. All right. And look, I know it sucks, man. We finally get a badass win. Finally get the dopest, most convincing win of the year. And we know where to be found, man. We out of pocket. Shout out to my man Rich. Let me get the name right. I think it's Rich Boy J on YouTube. On YouTube comments, man, hollering at us, bro. I know it sucks. We did not want to miss the post game live. We have a lot of fun. Shout out to y'all if y'all join us on the post game lives immediately following the games, man. We had to miss it this week, man. My boy is traveling. I'm holding it down by myself. I'm solo. Got your boy feeling like I was back in high school, man. Lonely. You know, a lot of handiwork back in those days, man. Now I got my boy Omar to help me out with that. You know, see the gay jokes don't even hit without my boy here to bounce off of, man. Look, we're gonna get through this, man. We're gonna talk about these Texans and how dope that game was. All right, look, we did our thing. I mean, we talk all the time on this channel about how good our Texans could look if we would just clean up the penalties, stop shooting ourselves in the foot, stop doing the stupid shit. The first 2 drives of the game, we went up 14-0. It looked like we was about to run away with this thing. You know, I think I'm like everyone watching the game. We was like waiting on that 21-0 skunk. And after that, you just felt like, oh man, like let's just pull up the shots. Like it's just gonna be all downhill from here. You know, after we went up 14-0, we kind of fizzled out a little bit. I don't know. Our boys got too comfortable, man. They were like, hey, they felt the same way we felt. Like, we just about to run away with this thing, you know? And unfortunately, that wasn't the case. But, hey, I ain't about to get on here, be negative at all, man. We look good doing it. Obviously, we were without Nico today. Look, we ain't need Nico today, all right? Let Nico get his rest, man. This one of 4 games that he going to miss. Hopefully, just 4 games, all right? But everybody stepped up where they needed to, man. CJ spread the ball around just like we thought we would. Tank Dell had an impressive day. I thought this was one of Tank's better games of this season, you know, so far. Obviously, he had a lot of badass games last season before he got hurt. This was one of his best games of the year thus far, and we needed him. We needed all the catches, man. Stephon Diggs obviously stepped up. I see Dalton Schultz catching a little heat in Twitter sphere, you know what I'm saying, and Warrington Saul, man, you know, he dropped, I think he dropped like 2 passes. John Schultz just ain't been looking like himself, man. And then you got Cade Stover, Bobby Boucher out there just loving to hit people, and Dalton Schultz is more of a finesse guy, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, what do you do here, bro? Like, if you're not catching passes, you're not blocking like the rookie. But like I say, look, we ain't gonna be negative because we balled out today. Look, the offense did their thing, okay? But let's talk about the true heroes, all right? The real heroes. Our defense is for real, guys. Our defense is for real. You know, we talked about it. You know, we said, you know, we've been, you know, real. What's the word, man? Like, you know, even after wins, man, we've come in and given our criticism of the games, even after wins. Obviously, we got stomped out against Minnesota, but even in our wins, man, we've been a little critical about maybe not producing sacks and you know, stuff like this. You know, we're not getting the sexy stat numbers and all of that, but the pressure that we get to these quarterbacks, man, is crazy. You know, we posed a question, you know, originally. We were like, hey, maybe we hadn't faced great quarterbacks originally in the season. The Anthony Richardsons of the world, the Trevor Lawrences, you know, these quarterbacks that were overthrowing wide open receivers. And we said it, we were like, man, once we get to better quarterbacks, They're not going to let us get away with that. But then we faced Josh Allen, and Josh Allen was doing the same thing. And then we were like, well, damn, maybe it's something to this defense, man. And look, Pro Football Focus and some of these advanced analytics and stats or whatever have been given Will Anderson Jr., Danielle Hunter the credit that they rightfully deserve. You know, their quarterback pressures are insane. They are putting a lot of pressure on these quarterbacks and making them make these wild decisions, these overthrows, and we got to give credit where credit is due. Now today, you know, with the game, you know, against the Patriots, we got the sexy stats. Man, Will Anderson had a fucking day. All right, he had a day. I'm proud of him, man. Well, I mean, it's not my son. I'm not like proud of him, you know what I'm saying? But I'm just like, I'm happy for him, you know, because I know those guys, like, they're like, okay, the advanced analytics, the advanced stats, that's great. You know, the pressure's cool. We getting the acknowledgement, but they want them stats, man. Them stats is what gets you them dollars. All right. Will Anderson Jr., 3 sacks on the day. He volleyballed one up in the air, let Eric Murray get an incredible interception off of the offensive guy's back. Just an incredible play by him. Danielle Hunter had a sack fumble. I knew I called it in our group chat. I was like, yo, I feel a sack fumble coming. I knew it was going to happen eventually. So shout out to me. You know, we knew how this game was going to go. All right. Usually, man, we like super conservative. We're realistic with our game predictions and everything like that. We're like, oh, we can't fall into the trap game. It's a trap game. You know, we can't just overlook the Patriots. No, we said it during the week. We were like, fuck the Patriots. All right. We're going to slide through this one like they don't exist. All right. You know what I'm saying? We're facing a rookie QB, his first start. And look, give credit to Drake Maye. Drake Maye looked good for his very first start. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, this is a game that we should have won convincingly, and we did. You know, it's a team sport, right? So people would be like, oh, you know, the offense, whatever. It's a collective. It's a team sport. Our defense played great to give our offense opportunities. You know, man, the term is slipping on me. I can't believe that I'm blanking out on the term that we use all the time. Damn it, about everything working in tandem, you know, the offense, defense, special teams, complementary football, right? This was the perfect example of it today. Perfect complementary football, man. You know, defense stepped up, got us the ball multiple times, multiple takeaways. I told y'all to start the Texans defense in fantasy football. If the Texans defense is still sitting on your waiver wire in your league and you did not pick them up like I told you to, I'm very curious to see what the Texans defense scored, man. Bear with me because I'm just curious to see it, man. If y'all didn't take my advice and start the Texans defense, shame on y'all because I'm sure they would have got y'all a bunch of points. Let me pull that up right now. Texans defense ended up with 14 points today. 14 points from a defense is something that'll win you a week, you know. So shout out to y'all if y'all took my advice, man. But we knew exactly how this game was going to go. Shout out to Omar, man. Omar was the first one to be like, screw the Patriots. We about to curb stomp them. And we absolutely did, man. Joe Mixon came back, man. Joe Mixon came back and clearly looked the part of somebody that we've been missing in this offense. Now, given the opponent and given the way that the game went, I'm not just going to automatically just say, oh, man, our run game is back. You know, we got a spectacular run game. Nah, it's still some stuff that we need to clean up. You know, I wouldn't say that we have a great run game just yet. We looked great. We had some chunk plays that boosted up the stats a little bit. I mean, obviously those plays still exist in the stat line. So it's not like, oh, take away the 59-yard run or take away, you know, hey, they happen. They're part of this run game. So you got to count them in stats, right? But I wish that we were a little bit more consistent. I mean, you do take away those chunk plays. I think we're barely like 2 yards to run if you take those away. But like I say, those runs did exist within our system. So there's something to it. I just would like to see a little bit more consistency. We got the Packers coming next week. All right, we're not gonna have the cakewalk that we had this game, you know. But like I say, credit to Drake Maye. Drake Maye, you know, he played a good game given the situation that he was put in. And guys, Texans fans, yo, we've been in that situation before, right? Like we've had rookie quarterbacks, we've had QBs that come in, start for us, and we're like, yo, even at taking a loss, we're encouraged by the way that these brothers look. Can they command the offense? Can they, get some flashes, have some nice throws? He had a lot of I think he dropped 3 TDs on us, man. One incredible ball thrown against our best corner, Derek Stingley, like floated it right over his head, man. Sometimes I hate the trail technique way that Derek Stingley plays. A lot of times it produces picks for him, but there's no defense for a perfectly thrown ball. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to Drake Maye. He got one on a damn good corner, one of the best corners in the league, in my opinion. So shout out to him, man. If you're a Patriots fan watching that game, I think you should feel really encouraged. Yeah, bro, they're so loyal, man. Texas, look, we're the new hot kid on the block, man. Like when teams come to play us in our home, dog, it's almost like a 50-50 split. And it's so damn disrespectful. Like Texans fans, we gotta get out there. We gotta buy more of these seats. All right. We can't allow these fans to continue. But I say all that to say the reason I'm saying it is because when we would score and when something positive would happen for us, which was like all game, bro, you could hear a pin drop in that stadium. It's like when Joe Mixon scored that first touchdown, when he caught his first touchdown on the pass play on the leak out, I damn near thought something was wrong. I was like, wait, was there a flag? Like, what's going on? Why can't I hear nobody celebrating? That's how NFL fans are supposed to act, man. Yeah, I was like, yo, they're in New England, they're in Foxborough, bro. They used to Tom Brady. They used to winning. They're not used to seeing teams run up and down the field on them and stomp them out like we were doing, So shout out to their fans, bro. Shout out to them buying up so many tickets that we couldn't even get no Texans fans in there, bro. It was so quiet. We got to have that shit here, man. We got to have that in the H, man. Speaking of, we got to drop the details. We're going to be out there for the Colts game, all right? So y'all holler at us, man. Drop some comments if y'all want to kick it with us. We're going to let y'all know exactly what lot we in. We're going to be hanging out, man. We're going to have the drinks flowing. Crown, as always, some Jack Daniels. Is going to be going down, man. So, we got to link up for that. Other than that, man, I'm just really, really encouraged. Something that I'm, worried about. One of my biggest takeaways in the prediction video that we did on Friday. Shout out to y'all if y'all commented y'all's prediction scores. I got to go through them and make sure that if y'all did get the score right. I think they said this was the rarest score, if I'm not mistaken, or maybe it was a Cowboys game. But if you got the score right, we're going to send you out some merch, all right? Free merch. If you guess the score correctly, we do this every week, man. On our Friday prediction video, y'all holler at us. Make sure you comment. Make sure you subscribe. We're gonna get something out to y'all, man. But anyway, one of my biggest takeaways, the thing that I said I was worried about the most coming out of this game was making sure that we came out clean, meaning that we didn't sustain like any injuries. And unfortunately, that was not the case, man. Yeah, I knew we were going to win this game. I had no doubt, no fear. I wanted the style points, and we got them. We did our thing. I have no complaints about the game, really. Other than the fact that, like I say, we sustained some injuries during the game. Now, Laramie Thompson went out with an ankle injury, look like. Now, we have our thoughts on Laramie Thompson. Look, he's killed us on some drives before, man. He's been undisciplined. He was clean this game, even while he was in there. I think he got hurt in the second half, man. But he's still one of the best left tackles in the league. So I'm not gonna sit up here and be like, oh, good, screw him, let him sit out, let Blake Fisher handle the duties. Because look, Blake Fisher's still a rookie, and Laramie Tunsil is still an amazing, one of the best, maybe the second best left tackle in the league. So you don't want to see him hurt, especially going into a game, a big game against the Packers, man. So he sustained an injury. We got to keep an eye on that. Agent Zero, Aziz Alshire went out, man. I haven't heard too much news on his injury, but he's a big one. Hopefully he's all right. Next week we getting Danico Autry back from his suspension. That's gonna be huge. It's gonna be huge, man. Our guys up front have been playing very well. Shout out to them, but getting a fresh body in there, getting a guy as skilled as Danico Autry is gonna be big for this team. And hopefully Christian Harris can come back and practice, man. This is why I've been so concerned. Keep saying, we all just keep saying that Nico Collins is going to be out 4 weeks. He'll be back for the Lions game. The Lions, who looked absolutely fucking amazing today, much to my delight. I not only did I love seeing them beat the Cowboys, but the way they just kept they fucking pedal, they foot on the pedal. I loved it. It was no reason. It was like if it was a high school game, they would have like called mercy at some point, right? But the Lions said, nope, screw that. We gonna beat the shit out of them. We're gonna make an example. I loved every minute of that game. That was, and I love how they kept trying to get a touchdown to one of the big men for that bullshit ass call at the end of last year's game that cost the Lions a game. Trash. And so credit to them, man. They petty. I love a good petty ass motherfucker, man. And the whole team was petty. Dan Campbell, petty. I love it. I love it. Thank y'all for that, man. That was, like I said, anytime the Cowboys lose, especially in convincing fashion like that, on Jerry Jones' birthday, it's amazing. It's almost on par with the Texans win, So great football day for me, man. Absolutely great. So look, man, we need all our horses. We got the Packers coming up, man. We don't know what the Jets are going to look like. We're still thinking that they might get Devontae Adams. We don't know what their offense is going to look like. Is it going to be Aaron Rodgers offense or Nathaniel Hackett? Who's taking over the play calling duties? We don't know what the team going to look like, but we got to be on our A game because their defense is still the shit. And then that Lions game is going to be crazy. So hopefully Nico Collins is good. And it's not a situation like Christian Harris. Hopefully Christian Harris can get back on the practice field this week. Those hamstring injuries, those soft tissue injuries are tough, man. But y'all see how I weaved. I'm look. Trump ain't the only person that can weave, bro. I admit it, I'm the best weaver. All right. But I always know where I'm getting back to, man. Yo, man, just I don't know what else to say, man. Great convincing win. We've been wanting this all season. We play lesser opponents. We play opponents that we know that we should beat down. Chicago beat the shit out of the Jags today, and it's one of those things. It's like, dog, that's what you're supposed to do. Like Caleb Williams is looking legit. As much fun as we had at his expense, like he's looking like that dude right now. So glad we faced him the second week of the season before he's like started balling out like he is right now. But they beat the shit out of the Jags, just like we should have, So look, y'all can't blame us for being, a little pessimistic, coming out of these games and stuff like that. But hey, we seem to be rolling. We seem to be cleaning up a lot of the things that were shooting us in the foot and putting us behind the sticks and making us look subpar. If we can keep rolling like this, just keep playing clean football, man, stuff's gonna happen. CJ had a pick today, but it's CJ. CJ is great at protecting the ball. Sometimes things just ain't gonna bounce your way, right? So I'll never be like, oh man, CJ got a clean shit. Nah, bruh. It happens. All right. CJ played amazing today. Joe Mixon played amazing. Damian Pierce got in there, did his thing. He played amazing. He broke one. Dog. I feel good for him. We've given him a lot of shit on the show, as I'm sure everyone has in Houston. Like some of y'all have come to his defense, but at the end of the day, if you wearing the Texans uniform, I fuck with you. I fuck with you heavy, and I want to see you succeed. Obviously, I ain't trying to like shit on nobody. I don't want to see anybody fail that's wearing a Texans uniform. So shout out to Dame for getting in the end zone, breaking him one and getting him one, man. It was a dope all-around team effort. Felt really good about this game. Had a lot of fun watching this game, man. Y'all shoot out to me, man. Y'all holler at me. Y'all comment. Let me know if there's anything that I'm missing, any big takeaway. I took notes, but man, I'm hyped up right now. I'm still like charged up, man. Kalen Bullock, bro, the dude, the scouting report on him coming out of college whenever we drafted him was that he's just around the ball all the time. He's just a ball hawk, and I'll be damned if he ain't showing it, man. I love this kid. And we need somebody like that that was going to be able to step in and immediately fill that type of role, because as we talked about all the time, Jimmy Ward is going Jimmy Ward. You know, Jimmy Ward is gonna be in the hospital ward. That's why his fucking last name is Ward. That's what he does. He just stays hurt, you know. So shout out to Kalen Bullock for being available, for being out there, and for balling, bro. Um, without Jalen Petrie balled, bro. Jalen Petrie, Jalen Petrie is balling, y'all. Like the fact that we were calling Jalen Petrie's name so much last year was an indicator that he was just stinking it up. But this year, you know, we're only hearing his name on positive things, man. He's around the ball. He's a very versatile guy. You know, shout out to the coaching staff for putting him in the proper role for him to excel. I thought that he had an incredible game. So shout out to him, man. You know, like we say, the entire defense, man. Mario Edwards was incredible today. I mean, just great. I don't think we talked about Dylan Horton last game. I mean, yeah, last game during the week, man. But crazy recovery for him to come back. I mean, it's one thing for him to overcome the cancer that he had, you know, his cancer diagnosis and recover. But for him to be on the field producing and playing well, bruh, just straight up incredible, man. What a great story. You know, shout out to him, man. I mean, that's it's awesome. I love this team. I fucking love this team. If it's not evident by my shrine behind me and the fact that we've dedicated so much time away from our families, away from the people that we love to do this podcast for y'all. You know what I'm saying? So just you know, if that wasn't clear about all of those things, absolutely love this team, man. Um, I think that's it, man. You know, we avoided the trap game. You know, we took care of our business. We did what we're supposed to do. This is what good teams do. When you're a real contender, you don't mess around with a team that you're supposed to beat. But the team was hype. Like Joe Mixon was screaming just every time he touched the ball. Tank Dell was excited. Like every time he got up from like a first down and then his touchdown, he was hype. Like this was not a team that was just coming in like, all right, let me punch in for work today. Let me just play this game, a game that we supposed to win. Nah, this looked like a team that was up for this game. That was like, hey, we know we ain't about to fall into this trap. We know we come in here to dominate, man. We know we come in here to put up these style points for Tricky, for Omar, for the Bull Run Sports channel, man. So I'm glad that they listened. I'm glad that they took care of their business, man. Like I say, y'all holler at me, man. Y'all shout out in the comments. We miss Omar. Y'all shout out to Omar, man. Y'all leave Omar a little love note, man. Tell him how much y'all miss him. Tell him that your boy Tricky held it down for him, man. And hopefully we can get him back soon. But yo, look, we're not gonna drag this thing out. Y'all know what to do. Y'all know how YouTube works, man. Y'all adults, y'all, if you're not an adult, if you're a child, please seek your parents. You shouldn't be watching this shit. But for my adults, you know how this shit work, man. Just hit the buttons, hit all the buttons, hit all of them. Hit the subscribe button, bell notifications, all that, so you can keep it locked, get the notifications whenever we drop something new. Go check out the merch shop. We got some dope ass shit in there. Really cool shirts, man. So, yeah, we're gonna do this thing, man. Packers coming up. We're gonna talk a lot about the Packers. I don't know if we're gonna talk too much more about this game in particular, but this one was one that I'm gonna definitely put on in the background and have a little love session for myself, man, because I liked everything about this game. So yeah, hit the subscribe button. We'll check y'all out. Thank y'all for being here. We'll catch you next time. Peace.